Italy goes up against Idar BIFOV of Russia. It'll be PIRELLI in the white judogi, BIFOV in blue. Let's see how the two athletes got here. Well, it was Vares, Han, Baikamurov and Adamian who were defeated by PIRELLI. BIFOV had to get past Kutsera, Kustanitakis, Kotserev and Kostoyev in that order to make his way to the final. The referee in the middle for this one is Hanna Shafarikova of Czechia.
Representing Russian Federation. 2026 PIRELLI Grand Slam gold medalist Idar BIFOV. In white judogi representing Italy.
PIRELLI gets himself ready to face BIFOV, who I did not have, if I'm perfectly honest. I did not have BIFOV down as a potential gold medal winner. It's well up there in the top 20, however, so maybe I'm not doing him justice.
No, but if you saw all the fighters today, it's not that strange.
He hasn't been around for that long. I mean, just haven't seen as much of him as I have the others. But the very first time that I saw him was here a year ago. Within a year,
yeah,
he'd, you know, picked up a couple of medals. Abu Dhabi, he went to 7th place finish in Paris, won the Grand Slam in Tbilisi. So, I mean, crept up there pretty quickly. There's a lot of quality in the weight category, but I think I'm not going to try and use the big names who are not in the final as an excuse. Should have had a better look at BIFOV and what he'd been doing and who he had fought to put himself in that kind of position. I genuinely didn't consider him as a potential finalist.
I think you can say exactly the same about his opponent, PIRELLI, who already won 2 Grand Slams, to be honest, and is the reigning European champion.
Yeah,
as well.
so for me, if someone said, do you fancy PIRELLI in the final? I might say no, but it wouldn't be a shocker.
No, but
and I'm kind of saying BIFOV is a shocker for me.
Yeah, true. Yeah, but if you just look at the enormous level we had today in this category.
Now that is something, yeah. I would not have picked either of these. Anyway, a penalty to PIRELLI and one to BIFOV. We're into the second half of the contest.
Kind of like the style of PIRELLI. He always looks for a judo solution, and that is. Yeah, I like that approach.
Showed a flash of an Osodagari there.
Yeah, Fonseca does it like this. Abe Hifumi does it like that as well on 2 sleeves. Just to name a few.
There's Adamian in the middle of that shot. He genuinely had a very sore knee. I think he came into the competition with it and it didn't get any better.
it's about time BIFOV is going to attack himself as well.
Yeah, he's picked up 2 penalties.
And again, a good attack from Pirelli.
Yeah, that had the shape to it, didn't it?
Yeah, if I look at the body posture of Pirelli, without seeing any of his judo, I could say exactly what kind of techniques he likes. Yeah, and he makes them all, like the Soda Churigomi Gushes, and on the other side Katakuruma, and yeah, just things like this.
Just lost contact with the hands at the end there. Into golden score.
Golden score.
The mention of golden score helps me to remind you that if you're watching online, stay with us for the latest edition of Golden Score with Robin Willingham and Dennis van der Geest immediately after the last awarding ceremony. Toniolo just being asked to tone it down a little bit.
No!
There's the one that you were talking about, Dennis.
Yeah. But I was okay with this one.
Yeah.
Sometimes it takes ages.
Just got the left hand down there and stopped that from developing any further. Keeps threatening to go over there, doesn't he?
Right, left, entries.
I'm just wondering if he's got something off that. So he shows it a couple of times and then something
Just
else.
something completely else.
Yeah, but I can't see where he would be able to move.
No, there's
to do it.
not so much to the backside.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, if you're with Soda Tsurigami, you also want to see maybe a Kouchigari or an Ouchigari and combined with that Osoto, for example, things like that.
Arsene Galston giving his support to BIFOV. Pirelli has now picked up a second Shido, and there, oh, so that's it then. The Osoto comes out and immediately the Ouchigari. That's a tricky combination though.
And afterwards he just like fell down on his knees. But it was enough.
I suppose the only other thing is that if you've set that movement up again and again, then instead of the Osotogari, which he then expects, go for the Ouchigari.
He's in trouble now.
Yeah.
No, this is not.
3 seconds were on the clock.
Yeah.
The way that things work there with that 3 second in Osaikomi, BIFOV will now be ahead. That counts as a strong attack.
This is a strong attack.
Maybe Pirelli will have leveled things up. Would have been better if you'd had a hand on.
I think if you count the attacks, I think Pirelli made like about 100.
Yeah, much better.
And BIFOV like 10.
Yeah, shouldn't have been in here. Oh, there we go. Oh, that
But
was
maybe
close.
a few less for Pirelli, because every attack he goes in for fully 100%, but that also wears him out.
Well, I don't know if you noticed, but the referee has already indicated where she thinks the penalty will go if Pirelli attacks first here.
And again,
But well, it was a counter, wasn't it, from BIFOV?
well,
Pirelli's
he
got to
does
go
it.
again here.
He
and
does
now,
it again.
Yeah. So we take that out of the equation.
And on the other side,
One more attack here. If you don't want to be here until 10 o'clock at night, then one more good, strong attack from Pirelli, and I'd give it to him.
it's definitely Pirelli who have put most of the effort in this final.
And for quite a number of times, when BIFOV has come up with something, it's off an attack from Pirelli. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, tuck in now, leave that, and I think you can go with Pirelli taking this. BIFOV will be upset, but on the balance of things, yeah, he knows now. Yeah. A third penalty picked up by BIFOV. Can't really argue with it. Pirelli.
Yeah, this was not about the quality, but the quantity
Yes,
of attack.
quite right. Yeah.
Ulaanbaatar Grand Slam gold medalist for the men's under 100 kilogram category in the white judo.
Yes, look at this.
A reluctant bow.
Yes. The feeling that you have to bow in judo, but you have to, after the bow, you have to stand up again. But that was like the hardest part.
That's all your energy. I can bow.
Yes,
I'm not so
but
sure
I
I'll
just
get back
stay.
up.
Yeah, but just stay low.
Gold medal for Italia. Gennaro Pirelli.
So again, a Grand Slam gold medal for Pirelli.
Medalist, Italia. And silver medal for Idar BIFOV, Russian Federation.
Yeah, it wasn't the prettiest, was it? But I think Dennis van der Geest said something that hadn't really occurred to me. It was the volume of attacks rather than just simply the quality.
Yeah.
He just kept trying, and I didn't really see that from BIFOV. A few